Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and welcome to another episode of Creepypastas, the series where we take a look at the internet campfire tales and the scary stories that just so happen to grace us, and I'll share you one that's called simply The Stolen Laptop. Sit back, relax, and let's take a look at what could be inside the stolen laptop. Hey X, I need some advice. I know this isn't technically paranormal, but it's creepy as fuck. And I'm not sure what to do. I go to college in the northwestern United States, and a few weeks ago, during a party I was at, I stole a laptop and an iPod. I don't need to hear about how bad of a person I am for stealing. Yeah, I know. It's not going to help me now. I've occasionally stolen technology in the past to sell at pawn shops and stuff. I'm pretty good with computers, so I can usually circumvent their passwords and stuff. And sell them as they were my own. Anyways, the computer I stole had some really fucked up shit on it. Like some stuff that makes me think I stole from an actually violent and crazy person. I don't want to be too specific in case they or someone they know is on here. I'm pretty nervous about the whole thing as it is. But my question is, does anyone here know how to break into a TrueCrypt file? Is it even possible? There is one on here, and I'm not sure if I want to know what's on there after the crazy stuff I found that wasn't even password protected in the first place. I usually go through the computer first before I delete everything. It's kind of exciting for me. It's like spying on someone's life. I can see all their pictures and check their browsing history. Sometimes they're even saved passwords on their computers for their Facebook and stuff, so I can check through all that. I never fuck with the Facebook or anything. I just scope out their life. It's pretty interesting, you know, to just kind of rummage through someone's life, right? Exciting. But the videos I found on the computer, I've never ever seen anything like these before, even on crazy places like Motherless or the Deep Web. They're obviously real though. I kind of feel like I ought to go to the police, but I don't know how to exactly explain how I came to be in possession of the computer. And I definitely don't want this guy knowing I stole his computer and then turned him into the police. I can't really even make an anonymous tip because the house I was at was a friend of a friend's. Obviously, it's a given I don't steal from people I know very well. A ways away from campus and I don't exactly remember where it was, and the computer doesn't have a name. For example, you know, computers usually have recovery or registration information and account names and whatnot. It had nothing of the sort. I guess there's no chance of him seeing it here. Or tracing it back to me, I hope. And he obviously knows someone did steal his computer, but there were a bunch of people there that night. But no, I'm definitely not going to put these videos up, or talking about the videos in specifics. I just want to know if there's any way I can see inside these encrypted files. Yeah, lots of people there, but the room was like in the basement under the stairs. People were down in the basement smoking weed at one point. But it was pretty much empty after that. So later, when we were about to go, I went down there to go pee, and just went in his room real quick and threw the laptop and iPod in my backpack. Then we left pretty soon after. Pretty normal room, although he did have a big Bowie knife sitting in his windowsill. Yeah, I guess. The computer had a lot of the normal 4chan stuff, lots of gore and porn. No reaction pictures or GIFs, though I noticed. Fairly normal computer history. I mean, still had some gory stuff, but that's kind of normal these days. It had an ad eraser and CC cleaner and TrueCrypt and stuff, but again, that's pretty normal for anyone who explores on the internet a lot and would rather be careful. But then I found the really fucked up videos. There are like 3 self-injury, I think that's what you call them, videos, and one where he kills a dog, and none of these were password protected. He has a fucking TrueCrypt, and he didn't even bother to put these in there? That's what makes me really nervous. Just what the fuck did he bother to encrypt in the first place? No, you never see his face in any of the videos. No, the dog is like drugged or something because it just sort of lays there and tries to get up a few times. Then he goes and puts this metal thing between his teeth so it can't close its mouth and then cuts out its tongue. While he's doing this, the dog starts to roll around and squeal, so he puts the camera down, and while he holds the dog down and cuts out his tongue. Then he picks up the camera again, holds down its legs with his foot while he chops off its feet with a machete. The dog starts like this puking scream thing after 3 of its feet are gone. Then finally he flips over on its back and gets it. He puts the camera down during this part too, then picks it up and watches until the dog dies. It's disgusting. I literally had to throw up after I watched it. It's like a golden retriever looking thing. It's 12.5 minutes long, but yeah, the guy in it is pretty built, let me tell you that. In the other ones, it's a guy putting cigarettes out on his inner thigh, nailing his ballsack to a piece of wood like a table or something, and sewing his thigh up. He is stabbing this big needle into one side of his skin and the other, and pulls his skin tight to make a kind of crisscrossing pouch. All 3 look like they hurt like hell. In the one where he nails down his balls, he sounds like he's having a fucking orgasm. The whole time is pounding the nail in. He's just moaning. Then he pulls back on his balls and stretches them out onto the nails as he yanks the nail out. And the other two, you only kind of hear him hissing. Pretty sure the guy in all the videos is the same. Now, well, it sounds like I probably can't get into the any TrueCrypt videos or any encrypted files myself, so I'm just gonna have to wipe the computer out, or wipe it at what I can from the computer, take it apart, and I guess throw it away. Normally I'd sell it, but the guy's way too fucked to play around with. I wouldn't want it somehow traced back to me. I probably don't want to know what's on the other videos anyways. I just kind of feel like I have to know now that I have already seen all this other shit. Either way, this guy is really nuts and should probably be in a mental institution. Or something. But he's still just walking around. Honestly, the whole thing has really fucked me up. I'm so physically sick and paranoid the first night I saw them. I've been freaking out that the guy was going to come after me or something, and it's just fucked in general. That people like this exist, and not just in creepy backwoods, but even in our liberal northwestern United States. I feel like I'm now always going to be less able to trust people after this. I wish I'd never stolen the computer and seen the messed up shit that I saw. You're probably going to call me a pussy. But seeing something on the internet that you know lots of other people have seen, that's probably fake anyways. It's way different than seeing really crazy graphic shit that you can't tell anyone about. And knowing someone crazy now hates you and would probably kill you if they found out. I really think that what's in the TrueCrypt videos? What else would this guy bother to encrypt? I'll still open the encrypted videos if I can, and it will probably be a few days before I wipe and toss the computer. If anyone can help me open them, I'll be monitoring X and B closely for the next couple of days. Just make a thread related to this, and I'll see it. And that's where it ends. Interesting take of the live format creepypasta. And if you're wondering about that cliffhanger ending, well, think about it. If the person is as deranged as they made it out to be, then our dumbass protagonist really had no chance. You think that iPod couldn't be traced back to, you know? Always connected through location services? You really think that little element was completely missing out of this? Think about it. You know what makes this really creepy and deranged? Is the fact that it's really plausible. How many people exist, even on the grid? We're not even talking about those that go off the grid, that we don't even notice. People that just so easily blend in. People we'd never suspect of heinous crimes, right? You know? We see them in the corner of our eyes at parties or just out in public. Yeah, those people. Maybe some of those people aren't who we exactly think they are. You can say this person brought this on himself, and well, he kind of deserves it. I mean, it serves as a warning not to really steal or delve into things you really shouldn't be. What occurred out of all this, well, for some postings on 4chan in 2013, and this being the year 2015 with no update, this person either went off the grid, or either is too scared, or, you know, can't talk, or let's just say, dealt with. At first, this creepypasta starts off promising. Halfway in, it becomes this gore fest with the whole dog that I just really kind of got put off with. But then it reminds us just how good it is, and just how great it delivers itself in this live manner fashion. At the end, when you find out that it really is just a scared person, then you begin to sympathize. Because just imagine if you were sitting in that thread that evening. Just imagine if you were this person, looking at these weird kind of files, looking at something possibly encrypted, knowing that there is somebody out there that's really fucking pissed that you got all this shit. I mean, think about it. If you're in that situation, you damn straight shit your pants. The minute our protagonist stole this computer, and if this person turned out to be some killer or whoever they could have been, under our assumptions, he's a dead man walking. All in all, by the end, it sent a chilling realization. Put yourself in the person's shoes, in the whole situation. I mean, you just came across a deranged person, possibly a serial killer, who now has a hard-on for you. But relax, it's not like you stole anything, right? It's not like this could happen in real life, right? I mean, you know, totally not realistic at all. Let's just put you, the viewer, into this situation for a second. Even if you don't steal, think about it. Do you even have to steal it? Do you even have to steal anything? That person that blends in, the person who can commit such heinous crimes, what if they just take notice in you? And that's how they get their heart on. That being said, this has been another episode of Creepypastas. Don't worry, nobody's going to chase you down, hopefully. If they will, I'll hunt them down and stop them. You all are my family. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. This is me, Mudahar, and I'm out.